Chap tales. Don't you wanna hear some chap tales? Yodi yodi, chappity chappities. Alright people, what is happening? It is another chap tales from deep in the nuts. I just thought of this little story, so let's see how well I can tell you it. Okay, so alright, back in the day when I was in my first ever band, The Voice, I remember this one because it was sort of, The Voice had 3 stages, but this was sort of in the first to second stage, like, so it was like not the original, but we was moving just into the next stage of things. And so what we used to do to get gigs, we'd just be like messaging all kinds of promoters that we asked other bands that knew that had the know-how. And yeah, so I was just sort of saying, yeah, well, we need more gigs, we need more venues, like, and then whoever it was I was speaking to, I do not have a Danny LaRusso. But anyway, this venue was told to me that was in South London, and it was near a hospital, so I don't know. I think it was more like Bermondsey, Rotherhithe, that sort of end, but I'm not 100% sure. But I know that there was a hospital not far from the venue. So I contacted the promoter and got us a gig. Now, I can remember this gig was, it must have been on a weekend, like a Saturday or a Sunday, because I can remember just going down there like with the band. There was like 4 or 5 of us in the band, and then we had about 4 or 5 mates with us. So it was about 10-handed. And it took us ages to find this venue as well. we end up finding it after asking 1,002 people. But yeah, so we go in, yeah, and it, like, as you're entering the pub, all I can remember is it was quite, like, it was a really nice venue, and you go upstairs to where the band's playing that, and I was thinking, yeah, this place is all right. So we went upstairs, and we was quite late, but it didn't really matter because we was on first. So that means that you sound check last. So you sort of like sound check, and then within 10 minutes of you finishing sound check, they open the doors to people and they all come in or whatever. So we went, everything's fine, everything's going well. We sound checked, good sound check. All the equipment we had with us was sweet. All the equipment the venue had was sweet. Everything was going well. It was sweet. So we practically finished our sound check, jumped off the stage, went to the bar, got a drink, and then it was time to get back on the stage to play our set. So we do that, we climb back on the stage, and then we go into our first track. I don't have a clue what that would have been back then. I don't know. It's Free. No, It's Free would have been written. I don't know, like Night to Remember or Devil in Me or None Knows Him, It Wasn't You, a couple of covers, Supersonic, I don't know. Anyway, so we get back on the stage and we go into our first track. They've opened the doors. There's the 4 or 5 people that was with us that were in the crowd watching. And then, I don't know, another 4 or 5 people that were for bands that were on later in the evening, but they got down early. Thank you very much, whoever they was. And they watched our set. Well, as much of it as we got to play. So anyway, we did the first song anyway, but all good. Starting the second song, right, you can see that there's this like smoke machine at the side of the stage, and it's starting to pump out some smoke, like, so it's like quite scary, like, it's all smoke round your ankles. It's quite high in the crowd actually, because the stage is like, if it's round my ankles in the stage, it's up to people's chests in the crowd or whatever. Anyway, we're carrying on, but into the third song, into the 4th song, whatever. And then they just didn't turn this smoke machine off. And I'll tell you what, this whole room just started filling up with this smoke. And it was like, it was outrageous, because by now it's up to my chest and I'm on the stage, so all the crowd, they're just disappeared. They're in front of me somewhere, but they've disappeared in the smoke. And the sound engineer, he's raised up as well, so it's not really affecting him at this time, you know what I mean? But it's getting higher on my chest anyway. Carry on playing, carry on playing. The guitarists can't even see their guitars at this point. So we carry on, and as I say, like you can't see the smoke machine anymore because it's in the smoke. But all I could see was this smoke was getting higher and higher, and by this point, I can hear the 10 or so people in the crowd. They're coughing their lungs up, mate. You can hear them all coughing. And by now, this smoke is going over my head on the stage, and you can see that the sound engineers now like can't even see his mixing desk because like that's covered in smoke. And I swear to God, it was going to the ceiling. It was going up, and I was coughing my lungs up. The drummer it was Matty Benson. He was just like covered in. It was outrageous. And then we played as much as we could, and then it was like people, Amon or whatever was, Chapman, where are you? I was like, I'm over here. And then he's like, we need to leave, mate. And I was like, yeah, we need to get out of here. So basically don't ask me how. We left all our gear on the stage, jumped off the stage, and then bumped into people in the smoke, in the smog. Anyway, because trying to find a door in a venue that you're not familiar with the venue, like, so you're going around the walls, like, and then finally we find the way out, like, we all just burst out down these stairs, and there's like this exit out to the outside at the bottom of the stairs, like, and everyone's piling out of the venue, like, onto this little side street or whatever through these doors, like, and including the sound man had managed to get out, and like, so we're there, we're like a school trip, counting everyone, make sure everyone's there, like, and like obviously, like, so all of us were there, and our band were there, and our mates that we took with us were there, but these other people that had turned up early or whatever, we didn't know whether they was all out or what, but it was crazy, it was mental. So yeah, so I mean, the smoke was coming down the stairs out into the street. It was like the pub was on fire or something. But they I don't know what they'd done, but someone went inside and managed to turn off like all the power and all that, so this smoke machine ran out of power, and then they was just there like just trying to wave the, I don't know, like cloths and stuff, getting all the smoke down the stairs out into the street. And then someone went up and managed, there was a window or something up there, and they managed to get that open. Boom, smoke. It was crazy, like. And then by the time they finally got the smoke out of the place, like, we all went upstairs, like, and then it was boom, it was like the end of our set. We couldn't carry on, so we ended up playing about 5 songs, but and we was planning on playing 10. But that was just, it was proper, like, I suppose it could have been quite dangerous, really, because like everyone could have just, like, I don't know, smoked out. But yeah, we ended up like going upstairs and then talking to the sound engineer, and he was sort of saying, oh, that's sort of your set's over, mate. It's like, all right, sweet. So we just packed all our gear up and that, and we just left, because we was planning to have a night out and watch the other bands and all that. But after this had happened, we was like, fuck this, man. And you know what I mean? It weren't like we was waiting for any money, because we only had 5 people there to see us, you know what I mean? So it's like, everyone got their gear, you know what I mean, packed it in its cases or whatever, and took the amps down and stuff, and we just all piled out down these stairs out into the street, like, and we were just like, okay, so that's what we come to South London for. Every time we cross that river, there's something up. No, but seriously, it was mental, I tell you what. And do you know what? I never, ever, ever went back to that venue. But tell you what, it was a beautiful, beautiful pub. But it just, do you know what I mean? It just, after that smoke attack, that was it for us. Yeah, okay, well, that was a short and sweet one, but I hope you enjoyed it. Nice one, and I will speak to you lot soon, baby. Mwah. Chap tales. Don't you wanna hear some chap tales?